Hi guys, Colleen from Walking the Resonant Path here. I just wanted to do a book review of the book I've just finished reading called The Grandmother of Time by Zuzana E. Budapest. Now, really, you should read this book just for the fact of who Zuzana is, and I'll get into that in a minute. But I really love this book, and I actually am going to give it 5 cauldrons because I thought it was wonderful. Not that I agreed with everything in it, but I still thought it was a great book, and also I very much respect who Zuzana is, but we will get to that. But I will read you the back first. In The Grandmother of Time, Zuzana Budapest teaches both beginners and experienced practitioners how to integrate Wiccan spirituality into their everyday lives. There are new approaches to today's rituals, from birth and dedications of newborn babies to purifying our homes and protecting us in travel. Now, I want to explain who Zuzana is by reading the little blurb further on, which says who she is, because this is a very important part of why I picked up and read the book, but why also I believe you should too. Zuzana E. Budapest is the author of the Holy Book of Women's Mysteries and the Rise of the Fates. In 1975, she became the first witch in 300 years to go on trial for her beliefs. Known as the Mother Goddess Movement, in 1971, Zuzana Budapest founded the first feminist coven that became the role model for thousands of other spiritual groups across the United States. Now, I actually thought this book was wonderful. Now, I thought the bits that I was going to like the best, because I'll show you how it's set out. So what it has, right, is it has the Goddess Speaks in one part in the first part. Like it's divided into each month. So you've got all the months from January to December. And then she divides the months into parts. So at first she has the Goddess Speaks. So each month has a goddess. There you go. So she has the Goddess Speaks. And then she has the aspects in this little box up here. So that's like January's in that little box up there, January's aspects. And then she has spells and rituals for January. And then what she has is the holidays, like which day falls in that month. So for January, you have like the 1st of January, the Gamaliel Festival in Greece, the 3rd of January, Inanna's Day, which is Sumerian, the 5th of January, Kore's Day, which is Greek, 8th of January, Justica's Day, which is Roman. So she goes through all those holidays. So this is right up my alley, which is obviously why I love it. And then after that, she will go into a story about her life. At the end of each chapter, there's a different story about her life. And I really thought I was going to like the little bits about the holidays the best, but I still loved that. But what I actually loved was the stories about her life, because her life is so fascinating. She, as I said, was in the start of the feminist movement, and had a big role in starting the feminist movement and the goddess movement in the United States, and then of course everywhere else, because she came from Hungary, and she escaped the Hungarian Revolution. And there's this fascinating story of her like almost getting killed in the Hungarian Revolution, and just by the skin of her teeth and by the grace of the goddess, as she says, she missed out on being killed, because she was going to this meeting this meeting in the Hungarian Revolution, and she said it felt like her legs were leaden when she was trying to walk there, and she was going so slow, and she said, I'm not usually a slow person, I usually walk quickly, and was very athletic at the time, but she said her legs felt very leaden, and that she just, like, when she got to the meeting, she was expecting to hear all this noise and protest and everything, and she heard nothing, silence. And when she walked into the meeting, every person had been killed. And she just missed out on that, because she said definitely if she'd been on time, she would have been killed as well. So there was just fascinating stories about her arrest, and the goddess movement, the beginnings of the goddess movement, and the beginnings of Wicca, and the beginnings of feminism. Fascinating stories. So they're actually what I actually like the best, and I really think you should just read it out of respect for who she is and what she started, but also because it's a really good book, even though you may not agree with everything in there to do with the spells or the rituals, or you may not agree with things that she did, but it's a really fascinating read, and I would really recommend it. And I also love the way at the beginning that she says the goddess speaks, because every beginning she starts with the goddess speaks, and it's so beautifully done. So, like, if you just take one of them, like here, Aphrodite speaks. She's got the goddess speaks. I am Aphrodite, Miriam, Aphrodite Mari, Stella Murray, the life-giver risen from the tangy forest waters, the original cauldron of transformation. I am life and death. From my loins all things issue forth, and the end it is I to whom they return. I am Aphrodite, the sea-born, the sexual goddess and the death goddess all at once. And what a sight I am naked without shame. I'm attractive and alluring. They tried to tame me, and still I would not obey. So, like, it's beautiful the way it's done, you know, and also, as I said, her stories are fascinating, and it is informative as well about all the dates and the days where different holidays in different religions and things occur. So I would highly recommend this, and that's The Grandmother of Time by Zuzana Z. Budapest. Now, you may have to go to a second-hand bookshop to find it. It was first published in 1989, so, you know, you may have to search a little to find it, but if you can find it, I would really recommend it. 5 Cauldrons. Well, I hope you have a glorious day and do whatever resonates within your soul. Bye now.